Hi everybody, my name's Troy Chatham and this is my topic paper for Business 480 at Peru State College. I did my paper on the manufacturing origins of Ferrari in Italy, so I'm going to touch on the history of Ferrari and then discuss the manufacturing processes that go into building one of these cars. Ferrari was founded in 1929 by a man named Enzo Ferrari. He was a professional race car driver who just had a passion for cars and racing. He raced for Alfa Romeo, but in 1939 he left Alfa Romeo to open the Ferrari headquarters in Modena, Italy. And in 1943, during the Second World War, Ferrari moved locations to Maranello, Italy, where it has been ever since. In 1947, this was the official release of the first Ferrari, which was named the 125S, and it became an immediate success. From that point forward, Ferrari became a powerhouse competitor in the world of circuit racing. Ferrari dominated just about every event in almost every category of racing. And the 1960s is when Ferrari really started producing street cars for not necessarily the common folk, because obviously Ferrari is very expensive, but they started going beyond just racetrack cars. So they started manufacturing cars that people, citizens could come in and actually purchase to drive on the street. In fact, they couldn't keep up with the demand for these cars, so in order to increase production, they sold 50% of their shares to Fiat. And when Enzo Ferrari passed away later on in 1988, Fiat's shares increased to 90% ownership, with the remaining 10% belonging to Piero Ferrari, who is Enzo's only remaining living son. The manufacturing plant is still at the Scuderia facility, which was the original location when Ferrari first moved to Maranello, Italy. So it's been there for over 80 years, and it has become a very historic location. This is where all of the design and all of the production work goes on for building a Ferrari. It all happens between several buildings at this location. Ferrari is unique due to the craftsmanship that goes into building one of these cars. They're all handmade and fabricated in-house at one location. Lots of time and lots of precision goes into creating these vehicles. What's interesting is there's only one shift of work. Everybody works 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. instead of working 3 shifts for 24 hours so that the facility doesn't close. They do this to reduce stress on the workers and so that all individuals can pick up and leave off of where they were working the day before, instead of coming in the next morning and picking up off of someone else's work. Their work is never rushed. It takes about 3 weeks to build one Ferrari. Even though they build hundreds at a time, they do this because they believe perfection takes time and patience. And they put out about 8,500 cars annually, which is a significantly lesser amount than the millions of cars that Ford and GM puts out annually. The average cost of a brand new Ferrari today is about $250,000, which is a very hefty price tag. Sometimes it can take actually 2 years to receive your Ferrari after you have ordered it. And I actually read that in some cases people have to be put on a waiting list to get onto the official waiting list to order a Ferrari. So it's a very tedious process. But the amount of precision, the attention to detail, and the hand-working craftsmanship that goes into building one of these luxury vehicles is what makes them so special. Sure, there are Lamborghinis and Porsches and other types of supercars all over the world, but nothing compares to the quality of build and the level of standards that are met and exceeded when it comes to building a car like this. So in my opinion, there's nothing like a Ferrari, and hopefully one day I'll be able to experience and enjoy a Ferrari for all that it's worth. Thank you for listening.